Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, guys? It's Owen here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the new EZA AGL TURLES versus the legendary VEGETA event. Rather than doing him on a 200% leader skill, Global does not have that yet, but obviously at the time when he comes out, they will. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at him on the movie bosses team so we don't get into the conundrum of running like AGL Frieza and letting him shred it. So you see here, we're going to have the Rainbow Turles link up with the the STR Turles, and then we're going to have the Janemba rotation, and then we're going to float this other Turles, Broly and Frieza. Broly and Frieza, I always say in my videos, like sometimes when I have a floater, their whole purpose is just to look pretty and not die, and that is exactly what those two are going to do for us. So, right off the bat, we got no good rotations, unless this is my Turles right here. And it is the front. Yeah, that's just unfortunate, right? So let's float him off, and we'll do this, right? Yeah, I know Frieza doesn't link up with well as Broly, but there's a method to it, right? So one thing right off the bat, even without a Turles around, so right here he's got big bad bosses, fierce battle, and I forget what that link is. Let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Is that it's probably Thirst for Conquest, huh? Yeah, I think that's Thirst for Conquest. I'll go ahead and take a look as this turn's playing out. But yeah, so obviously we all know that at this point this Turles is very, very good. Not too much that we can complain about. He's got just about every bit of like exactly what we want in an EZA is exactly what they did with Turles, right? Like defensively, he's got great options. Offensively, he's got great options. He gives ki, he does all that kind of fun stuff, right? That was not Thirst for Conquest. I'm sorry, that link was Terrifying Conquerors. Oh, that's categories. No, I was right. Yeah, it's Thirst for Conquest. It's Thirst for Conquest. Yeah. It's the one downside of playing JP. If you don't have these links memorized and down pat, you're gonna make yourself look dumb sometimes, and that was an example of it. So thankfully with Turles, he does not stack in this base form, right? So we can go ahead and see how he looks. So here we go. This is on a 200 or a 170% leader skill at 79% level 10 links. We're looking at 291k defense with it's going to be roughly a 5 to 6 million attack stat, I'm pretty sure. Let's try and maneuver here so we can get these orbs for Janemba. There we go. Yeah, perfect. So now we're going to get the additional support from Janemba. So now defense is even closer to 300k with a 6.3 million attack stat. That's insane. That's just insane. Like, you got to think about it, right? That attack stat would be higher than the LR, even on the 18 key, right? And the defense is very close to numbers, right? Like, that's pretty insane. I mean, now that it's got me thinking like towards the future, Lord knows what a Dokkan Fest Turles would look like, right? Because I mean, just look at this EZA. I mean, he's doing a little bit of everything, right? So now that we have a Janemba on rotation, who links up better? Hopefully Frieza. Yeah, I was thinking he would. And I do believe if Frieza Vegeta Supers right here would be nullified. If he gets it, of course, which he does. Yep, see? Your boy's on his game today. Yeah, so with the way this Turles is going to look next rotation is going to be even more wild because A, it's going to be the rainbow one, and B, we're going to have two of them in the thing. So passively, we're getting the 40% that we get from my Turles, the 40% that we get from the other Turles, and then we also have the support that comes from the STR Turles, right? So like you just got so much going on right here. And this STR Turles is giving, let's see, so ki +3 and attack and defense +30, right? So that's 110% support right there with all three of them on the same rotation with each other. So you can just see how this rotation meshes so well, like and especially when there's three of them right here. Like this is three Turleses right here, right? So as you can see, we got, let's see, 368k defense. So that defense is just flat out going to be better than the LR in this case, right? And then the attack stat's probably going to be near like 8 million, I'd have to say. Like all things considered, right? Type disadvantage super. Okay. 7 million. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, but like that was unfortunate for sure. But I think that was just type disadvantage. So what we really need when we get closer here to the end is, or not even closer to the end, what we need in general is just what's the word? We are looking to get the why am I tripping on this? The transformation, right? So that way we can start really working towards getting our the stacks. Yeah, that's what. So he stacks when he transforms, right? Like if you guys didn't know that we get 3 stacks and then we go back. So you know, the defense is going to be even higher, right? We're going to be looking at 600k or whatever by the time we're done with the stacking and all that fun stuff. So there is just so much potential with this EZA for it to just kind of dominate almost anywhere. Now, obviously, you know, against an Omega Super or a Broly Super or something like that, when the attack stats in like the millions for him, it's obviously not going to look great. But you know, that's sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, right? Like it's just how it is with this game. But like it's a tough measure to say like, oh, how does a unit look when we go into the red zone? Because like there's just such a small, minuscule amount of units that can tank in the red zone at this point. Like it's really tough. Like there is so who do we have, right? Like it depends on if we're counting just base units or like if they have built up or not, right? Like obviously a really well built up Tech Gohan can tank in there. Who else can tank in there? Like the 7-year LRs, if they're built up, and you know we also can get a counter. Sometimes they can be really tanky in there. Like AGL Golden Frieza with his 90% damage reduction or something like that, and just like the only units like that can tank, right? Raccoon and Goldo, Ginyu. It's a very small list that it's not really something you can depend on consistently. And when you put it together with just like I said, there's just the sheer minuscule amount of units that can tank in there. I don't know if it's a great barometer to measure a unit by. It's like, oh, is this guy really any good when it's the red zone, right? Like, so these final red zone bosses, their supers are like I said, 99% of the game it can't tank it. It's not like an ESBR mechanic or something like that. Like especially in the Broly stage where you can't dodge it, so there is no like gimmick that you can kind of play around with to get around it, right? Like you're going to get hit pretty hard. So one thing I want to note right here is that this Turles floating, giving 40% attack and defense, key +3, just hit a 4 million attack stat, and you know got hit pretty hard right there, albeit, but you know, when 270k, there are units I've seen that definitely take more than that, right? So now we're looking at 513k defense from Turles. That is a significant jump in power right there. Like, don't underestimate how good that is. 500k defense before super. That, like, a vast majority of the game is not hurting that, right? And we're not done yet. So, and these stacks are permanent. It's not like they go away when we go into the and go back into the base form, right? So there's just so much that this Turles is doing that makes him such a valuable run, so good across the most of the game, that there's not really much negative I can say about this, considering like this is what we want from the EZAs, right? I want the days of these disappointing EZAs to be gone, and this is kind of the standard that we need to set moving forward, right? If a unit is a good floater, let's let them be a good floater like this. Yeah, so now that Turles reverted. And now let's, I think, let's do that. We'll do this, and we'll go ahead and do that, right? I don't want the Dokkan attack to do much damage, so that's fine. Go ahead and take advantage of our guard right here. I just wanted my other rotation to be really defensive, so it didn't just kind of blitz through this event like this. So, you know, a good 15-20 turn run here is kind of the bar that I want to have set, because, you know, it just won't be too long of a video, but we also get to see a whole lot of what Turles is doing, and we're about to be back in the ideal situation again, where we have 2 Turleses on rotation, and like I said, the stacks that we had with the Fruit of the Tree of Might were permanent, so when we go back in, his defense is going to be just as high as it was, right? So we're going to be looking near the 500k, 600k defensive range. considering he supered with 500k started defense super, right? Or yeah, so 500k started turn defense, right? So yeah, like, so this Janemba here, I mean, I don't think we've seen his 18 key once, and that's, I mean, that just kind of speaks to how Janemba is. I'm pretty sure I've been using him wrong, putting him in slot 1. I think he has to be in slot 2 to build up his defense or his key. So right here, like I said, 515k, and then, so I was a little bit off. My math wasn't perfect. And then we have Turles, who's going to be super effective against all types now that he's 24. He got his 24 key, and then we're also, everyone's giving each other offense and defense and key and all that fun stuff. Like, it's just, there's so much going on, right? It's just, it speaks to just how well that they designed this unit. Yeah, so I'm sorry, he's effective against all types, not super effective. But still, I mean, just like, you're looking at these offensive numbers, these defensive numbers, he is just doing so much, and like being a good linking partner for this guy is so good, especially considering, like, now, especially that there's a 200% leader skill. Now, granted, Ginyu is not the best unit to run with these guys, like, around, like, he doesn't really get much key. Was that a triple super? I'm pretty sure that was a triple super, because we have the one for the 24 key, we get a chance to do an additional, and then we also have the hidden potential additional. So right there, 3 supers from Turles. Also looking at sitting at pretty at a 5.9 million attack stat, and a 6.4 from a floating unit, and I mean, that's just, he's floating and he's doing 6.4 million and an additional 6.7. Like, this guy is just so dominant. It's absolutely insane to me how good they made this Turles. And he's got 3 dodge, I think, so. All right. Obviously, I'm not going to end the video here, but I think I've seen what I wanted to see. It should go with no surprise to say that this Turles, or this, yeah, Turles is pretty good. The LR Janemba, obviously, he's great. We don't really need to talk about him, but he's doing a lot of good stuff. Tech Janemba kind of doing his thing. An ambulance decided they wanted to go by every time I record. This might hurt a little bit, by the way. 130, not bad. Yeah, so let's see. I wonder what Janemba's gonna do right here. He'll probably do pretty well. Yeah, 4.9. He hasn't had much chance to build up though, so that makes a lot of sense to me. All right. So, okay, so now it's time for the fun stuff. Let's go ahead and make sure we get the 24 key right here. Can I make sure that I get it? We'll see how the orbs play out, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and pop the active skill right here with Turles. I think Broly has done a decent amount of super, so he's sitting at what, 297k defense. Yeah, this will heal us up pretty well. I would really like to see how this Turles looks against a super from this guy. Let me see something real quick. Oh yeah, it did about a whole bar. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's see, right? Yep. Okay, we might be dead. Yeah. Okay, well, I saw what I wanted to see, personally. Sometimes these things happen. AGL VEGETA was like, you know what? I don't want you to win. I wasn't going to pop an item there just to play it safe, but, you know, sometimes you lose in these things. What are you going to do? I just wanted to see how Turles looked in here. That was AGL Turles versus the Legendary VEGETA event. I just wanted to do a quick test run, see how he does in there. Obviously, you know, floating, he's going to serve his purpose. Leading the team is a very good movie boss leader. He's the best movie boss leader right now. You know, good offense, good defense support, all that fun stuff. You know, there's just a lot that he's doing, and this is just how they should be doing EZAs. I think he is the model of what a good EZA looks like at this point from a TUR. So I appreciate your time. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment what you think of Turles. Are you excited for him to come out on Global? Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, have a good day, guys. I'm out.